Hey there, algebra. We are talking about multi-step equations today. So multi-step equations, one step up from two-step equations. We're going to learn the steps to take to solve any multi-step equation. So again, this should be pretty familiar territory for most of us. I promise I'm not going to take too long, but I just want to go over it again and give you a couple of problems to work through. Okay? So here we go. Our order of operations for math, you want to use these to complete these multi-step equations, okay? So we've got, oh, you guys probably know already, right? From P, got parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So beautiful rainbow, okay? The rainbow is not what homosexual people have liked to claim it. It is a claim of God's promise to never destroy the earth by water. Okay, so this was something that was recorded back in Genesis in the Bible. God put the rainbow in the sky and told Noah and his family that he would not destroy the earth by water again. So it's a promise, a sign of a promise from God. And it hasn't happened. So, you know, it's pretty good track record so far. All right, so anyways, parentheses, we do our interior first, so 1, 2, then 3, so inside this most parentheses, then brackets, then braces, okay? So then exponents, we do those next, all right? Exponents, multiplication, it typically is seen as a dot. Now in algebra, just to not confuse since we use x so often for a variable. Division is a lot of times seen as just a fraction, or in my case, this line, this slash that goes between whatever's being divided, this little symbol here of division. Addition is plus, subtraction is minus, all right? So you remember that multiplication and division are kind of the same action, just inverse actions of each other. So they happen at the same time, multiplication or division from left to right, and then addition to subtraction from left to right. That's what we do. They're kind of the same action, just inverse actions of each other. The parentheses and exponents, those happen individually, okay? So let's see. Have we learned anything this week or remembered anything? Can you do this equation? Can you solve for x in this equation before I show you the steps to take? I bet you can. I believe you, okay? I believe in you. So go ahead and try to take these steps, see if you can solve for x, all right? All right, so hopefully you paused. If not, you should. And did this. So let's just take a look at this, okay? So we've got a couple things. We got parentheses, we got brackets, we got an exponent, we've got division going on here, addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So we got all of it here. All right, so what do we do first? If we follow PEMDAS, our order of operations, we would do parentheses. So inside of parentheses, remember, you follow PEMDAS also, so you want to do PEMDAS within the parentheses, so you do again, so we could start if we said, you know, parentheses was the brackets, okay, well, inside the parentheses, we're going to follow PEMDAS, well, parentheses inside the parentheses, that's where we start, so after P in PEMDAS is E for exponents, so we do our exponent, 5 squared is 25. Then inside the parentheses, we're going to add. So we've got 25 minus 5, okay? Add, subtract, that'll be 20. Then we add here. We've got 4 plus 20 is 24. Then inside the parentheses, we subtract. Division is an inclusion statement like a parentheses, okay? So inside this, we're going to subtract. So we want to do 4 minus 2. This is kind of an inclusion statement. This denominator down here that would tell us that we've got to figure that out before we can divide. So that's all it means. If you've got actions to take in the denominator, you've got to figure out those actions and reduce everything before you do that division process, okay? So 24 divided by 2 is 12. And over here we're just sitting pretty with 4x coming all the way down. We want to divide by 4, okay? In order to get x by itself, we're balancing that division. And we get our answer, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, so we did all of our orders of operations. Hopefully you remembered to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Okay, so follow the order of operations. That's all we're doing with these multi-step equations. So follow those order of operations and you should be able to get it. Now, I've got a challenge for you, okay? So if you're enjoying solving puzzles and doing those things while you are in quarantine, maybe this will be an exciting puzzle for you, okay? So I don't expect all of you to know what to do here, but for some of you who want a challenge, you know, you may be willing to do this. Take a screenshot, see if you can solve this equation, solve for x, and get your answer. Now some of you might not even, you just see it and you give up. Don't give up, okay? You can probably do more than you think you can do. Give it a try at least. I'm gonna show you the steps, and we're probably not gonna have one this complex on our test or quiz, but you could have a couple of these steps in there, so I want you to be familiar with it. Don't just tune it out and turn off the video. Watch this full explanation and hopefully you get a good answer, okay? Hopefully you did pause, you tried to figure it out. I'm gonna go step by step here and hopefully this is sufficient for you guys to get it. Maybe even if you get stuck on a step, you can watch it up until I get to that step and then continue and solve it for yourself, okay? Keep trying. Alright. So we've got our original equation. In our parentheses, we've got an exponent again. So remember, within a parentheses, we still follow PEMDAS. So in our parentheses, we got exponent 5 squared is 25. In our parentheses, we then add and subtract. So we've got 25 minus 23 is 2. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. And then over here, we had 12x cubed minus 20x cubed, that equals negative 8x cubed, okay? Then we've got add and subtract again, so 4 plus 2, we've now entered into the bracket, okay? 4 plus 2 is 6, that's all we did. All right, and then we did multiplication division. 9 times 6, that's 54. Still inside the parentheses. We're now in the brace. You guys see that? We're inside the brace. And then we did multiplication division again. 54 divided by 2 is 27. So again, we're still in the parentheses here. Then we're going to do this exponent, okay? I wanted to show here with 3x cubed. This means that the cube goes to the 3 and the x. So 3 cubed is 27, and then x cubed. So 27x cubed. That's going to be what we have right here. All right. So we finally got from the p in PEMDAS to e exponent. And we do multiply. So we multiply 27x cubed times 27. That gives us 729x cubed. I know this is so exciting. You guys are probably like, I can't bear it anymore. I'm sure, right? Okay, then we do a cube root to both sides. And this is maybe, I just maybe got too excited when I was creating this equation, okay? This might not be something that you know to do. It's kind of like the square root, but it is a cube root. It's just to balance this equation and get x by itself to try to simplify things. So just like whenever we have an exponent, like I showed you in the other video, we do a square root to cancel that out. Well, when we've got a cube, we do a cube root to cancel that out. So if we cube root both sides, so we've got to do what we do on one side, we do to the other. Remember, perfect balance, okay? We do the cube root of this, the cube root of this, and the cube root of this. So when we do that, the cube root of 729 is 9. The cube root of x cubed is 3. Then the cube root of 8x to the third power is 2x. And the cube root of 2,744 is 14. So maybe you got stuck on that part. I'm sure that you can solve the rest now, okay? So we've got 9x equals 2x plus 14. From there, we subtract, we do balancing, okay? We simplify. That means we have 7x equals 14. We divide, and we divide on both sides because of balance. And we have x equals 2. So all of that, we started out up here, and x equals 2. So you could go back and plug this into the equation and make sure that it does work. Okay? I know, this is probably the most happy I've been on a video. I apologize. I should be more happy all the time, but this was my creation. I took a while to figure it out and to get it to where it works for you guys. And I just hear through the screen your guys' groanings and moanings of just like, ah man, this is terrible, and not that that brings joy to my soul, but you know, maybe it makes me feel a little bit good. So I'm just happy that I was able to explain some of these steps to you guys. And again, I love you so much. If you have any question, please ask me. I care about you guys and I want you to succeed. So hopefully this showed you the steps to take for multiple step equations to solve for x. All right? You guys have a great rest of your day. Love you.